Is it hot?
I mean, it's pretty hot, but it's not bad. Actually, that's pretty good.
What is it? It's the Sasquatch.
Cactus squash.
Tactisquatch from Black Rifle Coffee
Yeah,
Company.
I mean, it's actually pretty good. I don't think I've ever had, other than like canned Black Rifle, I don't think I've ever had their like brewed coffee. It's actually really not that bad. And you know me, I'm a cream and sugar and sometimes flavors and drizzles and all the other things guy.
It's got a bite on the tongue.
Yeah, yeah, but it's good. All right. Hey, welcome to Coffee with Coach. This is a new podcast we're going to be doing here at CrossFit Music City. And we're just going to be talking about all things CrossFit, gym, programming, everything. And if you guys have any ideas for stuff, let us know. I'm Jake. I'm the head coach here, and this is Brock, our owner. Brock, we want to do an open recap, right?
Yeah, I think that's where we want to start this first one. Just talking a little bit about the 3 weeks of the Open, what went well,
Yeah.
what we liked about it, what maybe we've done different than what we've done in the past, maybe our thoughts about what that Open means
Cool.
and the importance of the Open,
Yeah.
some big wins, big moments that we had in the Open. Just,
I like it.
yeah.
I mean, it was definitely like your idea, and I like this a lot because we've never done this at a gym I've been at before, where Fridays we just said, hey, we're not doing classes. We are going to prioritize our community, and we're going to prioritize Friday Night Lights, which most CrossFit gyms do, and say, let's blow it out of the water. And I think that actually drove our community to get here probably more than they would have if they could have done morning classes or midday classes.
Yeah.
And how do you think that affected like attendance and energy and everything?
You know, I hear this word community a lot, and people talk a lot about being a part of a community. And sometimes that gets kind of watered down with the actions of what really happens. And I just wanted to have people meet people that they may not normally meet. You know, 5:30 morning crew gets the chance to work out with the 4:30 evening crew,
Mm-hmm.
and you get to put faces to names that you see on, you know, the leaderboard that we put with our workouts. So that was really important.
Yeah.
Connect some people in a way that maybe they would not have normally had the connection to.
Yeah, and I think that's, I mean, every CrossFit gym experiences this is like the morning people meet the evening people, Christmas party, Murph,
Right.
and Friday Night Lights. And so the more I think you can drive that as a gym, you're building that community and culture. Because I think CrossFit, yeah, that's a buzzword, right? We say community and culture all the time, but what are we really even doing to drive that? And I really think doing that helped a lot of people have some fun with it, meet each other, and actually like, yeah, there's like, hey, this person's always on the leaderboard. I've never met them. And then you see them and you go, oh, they are actually as fit as I thought they were. Or, hey, I could get them, you know?
Yeah.
And it makes a lot of fun there. What do you think about the open workouts?
I thought it was the best Open ever.
Yeah.
Personally, I've done 7 Opens. Some I remember well, some I don't. Some workouts I remember well, the burpee and deadlift workout.
Yeah.
I'm bad with the years and all of that, but this Open was memorable because everybody could play, but your fitness separated you in a way that was so fun. And I think, you know, 7 minutes of burpees, anybody can do that workout, but the fittest people are really going to excel.
Yeah. I think that's an interesting point too, because a lot of what we're seeing is people are like, this Open sucked. And I think if, depending on who you are and what kind of person you are, that's really going to tell you what you think about the Open. And I personally, I like a heavy barbell. I like high skill. But to your point, I think the fitness really shined. And that's what CrossFit's about. It's like, what is your level of fitness and how much can you do in a given time domain, right? And I think especially that third workout, it asks how bad do you want it and if you have an engine. And that's what the Open's for. It's for community. And as much as us, you know, quarterfinal level athletes want more, go qualify for quarters and go do that.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it gave people the opportunity to get some insight into how their year probably has been going. And I'll be the first one to admit I haven't been pushing the intensity that I should. I mean, I'm showing up 4 or 5 days a week. I'm doing some accessory stuff. You know, have I been putting the time on the rings that I should have been? Had I been going to that place of exhaustion that I could have been? Probably not.
Yeah.
You know, I will say, as I've personally gotten older as an athlete, you know, it's harder to go to those places of pain.
It hurts more. Yeah.
Takes a little longer to recover. But you need to go there.
Yeah.
And that's what I didn't do this year in my training as much as I probably should have. And the Open just kind of showed it to me.
Hmm.
And
Yeah, and I think what's cool about that though is a lot of times, some of these coaching organizations will say like, "Look, you should be 6 weeks before the Open. You should be excited, not the 6 weeks after." But really, I think you can capitalize on that, right? And we say, "Hey, we learned something. We saw where we are and where we want to be." And I think that that can take you forward in planning the entire year.
yeah,
And since we run our program inside the gym, we don't do outside programming. It's written
yeah,
here. We now know everything about our members. And I think we did learn a lot. It wasn't just you. I think I learned a lot about the level of intensity for a lot of people. The
yeah,
number one thing that I think I need to do as a programmer, because I hate doing it, because I don't like it myself, is what the phrase interference.
yeah,
That first workout, my quads blew up, and I couldn't walk for days. And
yeah,
how many workouts have I done this year where it was double quad heavy? Probably 4 at most
yeah,
over the course of a year. So yeah, to your point, it's like, oh, now we're seeing the things that we're missing and how can we adjust in a better direction.
right.
So that being said, you got any goals for next year?
Be more consistent.
Okay.
Push the envelope, push the intensity a little more often. Um, compete a little bit more personally
Yeah.
in workouts.
Yeah.
A lot of times I'll see a workout on a board. I'll kind of understand some of the strategy and the pace, but I'm not putting myself in that kind of competition mindset of, how far can I go or how many reps can I accumulate. So maybe I need to sprinkle a little bit of that more in. Um, Personally, I'm training for this triathlon
Yep.
that's going to be at the end of May. So I've got to balance those needs and goals of achieving this triathlon with pushing intensity.
Mm-hmm.
And as an older athlete, sure, I got to pay attention to how my body's recovering.
Absolutely. Yeah.
So, it was a lot of lessons learned from the Open season that I kind of knew already.
Yep.
But, here you go. Here's your yearly check-in. Here's your yearly
Yeah.
litmus test. And the reality hits that I got to probably just do a little bit more.
Yeah.
And
I like that about the Open. I think it's like a wake-up call. It's a check-in. It's whatever you want to call it. And I think a lot of our athletes got the real wake-up call, but some people, like, they got things that they never dreamed of doing, right? We had a couple of members who now, like, as coaches, we get to say, hey, you're doing pull-ups every class forever. No more ring rows, right?
Yeah.
And that's also the value of the Open, is when they throw a little bit of skill. And I like week 2 because we had progressive, right? You could say, I might do some pull-ups, but this workout's great for me because now I get to try them.
Yeah.
Or we had a lot of athletes who now are like so motivated to even try ring muscle ups. So I think that there's real value, when you got people all over the internet breaking it down from like, what's the programming and the movement patterns? Hey, did it push the community to try harder?
Yeah.
And I think it did.
I mean, the reality is with any workout, the fittest are going to separate themselves, whether it's biased one way or another. You hope to eliminate specialists as much as possible.
For sure.
But I thought these 3 workouts, like one great example I can think of is Dr. Alex. I'm going to give you a shout out.
Mm-hmm.
His journey in CrossFit is fairly new, less than a year. And during that second workout, he asked, should I go with a heavier dumbbell? And he's never done a 50-pound dumbbell before in workouts. He's more, I would say, kind of a reserved athlete, kind of doesn't want to get hurt and those things. And I advised him, maybe the move is to stay with the lighter dumbbell and just move further in the workout and try some of those skills that you might not have tried earlier. You actually not convinced him, but challenged him in a different way.
I think our approach was the same, but from different angles, because my question to him was, because he came up to me and he goes, should I go 50? I go, can you lunge with the 50?
Yeah.
And he said yes. And I was like, I think the big thing was, yes, as like, because you coach him more than I do, is you see him as an athlete, that 35, he's going to crush the workout. Because he's, like you said, he's very, he almost freaking beat me on the first workout. Lit a fire under my butt. That was awesome. But so then we say, okay, cool, you could do that, or do you think it's possible? And I think it was just let him decide ultimately, like, are you able to do this? And I think that happens a lot in the Open, of like, athletes go, shoot, maybe I am.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was cool.
he grabbed the 50
He did.
and he's not turning back. And, I think there's probably going to be times where we tell him in this workout, the 35 is the right
Right.
call. But there also are going to be times now where we say, hey, the 50 is the right call. And sometimes it might be a 40 or a 45.
Who
Like,
cares?
we'll make that call as coaches to help him get the most out of his workout. But watching his just field of view expand to what he's capable of now was cool to watch.
Yeah, and it's I think the Open is like, that's the value of it all. Is it's not the programming, it's not your spot on the leaderboard, it's not, hey, who did I beat? It's really, what did I try and what did I learn?
Yeah.
And for everybody, there's little moments.
Right.
For some people, it's, hey, my dumbbell efficiency is horrible, or hey, I don't know how to go slow on a burpee. Which, like, for all of us, we're like, yeah, just go fast until you die and then go slow. It's like, no, those things are really valuable for athletes and then us as coaches to go, hey, now I know how to help you get better for a year.
Yeah.
And so that's also something that we really do in here is, like, we have a framework for our yearly plan of, like, the Open is our focal point, right? We're peaking for the Open for 365 days. We're planning around that. And I think knowing now, hey, what are the results? Where does our fitness lie? And to be frank, I didn't think we were as fit as we were. As the lead programmer, I know I see people every day.
Yeah.
And I was surprised. I wouldn't say shocked, but I was surprised about, like, oh, wow, we are cooking. And so that allows us to say, hey, this next year, we can step it up another notch. And the year after, we're going to step it. And we're really going to just focus on developing forward. And without the Open, we couldn't do that.
So when does your reverse wall ball crossover single under happen?
Oh, yeah. Okay, let's give some context here, right? So I like to be inflammatory. Those watching this probably already know that.
Yeah.
But last year, the reverse wall ball debuted at a CrossFit semifinal, and I had a feeling that we were going to see the Open. We didn't, and I have to do a punishment. So I have to
feeling you would have bet your life.
I would have
that they were going to.
Well, okay. The thing was, I said, if we see a new movement, this is the new movement, and we didn't see it, and now this sucks. So I have to do reverse wall ball Karen. So for those who don't know, reverse wall balls are a lunging wall ball back step lunge, which I don't mind. That's not actually the bad part about this. So I'm going to do that, and then I'm going to do 1,000 crossover single unders for time. I will do it post quarterfinals.
Okay.
Because I'm signing up for and competing quarterfinals, and I have a feeling, not the wall balls, but the crossover singles are going to blow my calves up, and I won't recover by next week.
That's a lot of jumping.
But I will do it. Here, I'll commit right here on camera. So not this coming Saturday, which will be during quarterfinals. Yeah. The following Saturday, when I'm done coaching class, I'm going to lace up the shoes, and I'm going to get them both done.
Go for it.
I'll do reverse wall balls.
Spongy shoes.
Oh, I will. My new runners, right? The ones that I'm obsessed with.
New runners.
But I'm gonna do both. Maybe we'll live stream it.
Yeah. It'll be fun.
It will be fun, and hey, look, I'm willing to eat my words. I think it's fun anyway, and it'll be a good workout.
I know when you saw the wall ball announced, there was a moment where you were excited, and then it wasn't the wall ball.
Mm-hmm. I was watching that, and I go,
and then at week 3, you were like, there's got to be a jump rope.
There's
got to be a jump rope.
That is also what surprised me, is like, I'm surprised we didn't see any jump rope. One of the things I think when we look at it as a broader scale and some higher level athletes, now we can start anticipating for quarters of, like, we're going to see probably a very heavy barbell somewhere.
Yeah.
If the jump rope doesn't show up in quarters, then we start going, okay, are we not doing jump rope in CrossFit anymore? We'll see. But yeah, so it does allow for us to anticipate a little bit going forward for our higher level athletes, which I think we're either going to have 8 or 9 who qualified for quarters. And a couple people, you know who you are, who didn't sign up, who would have qualified.
Yeah.
I had a goal of 10. We were close.
Yeah.
We were close, which is awesome. I mean, I think that's awesome for our gym and our athletes.
Like I said, the Open was, I think, just a awesome test.
Yeah.
It was simple. Everyone could play. It challenged you to try some new things.
Yep.
And
I think too, obviously we don't always want to reverse engineer results, but I look at, if I had have predicted from our gym prior to the Open where my cutoff line for quarterfinals would be as far as our leaderboard, it's almost spot on. Of, like, there were some athletes that would have been bubble athletes, in my opinion, that were very close to quarterfinals. And so it's like, hey, did we test fitness and get the results that are accurate? I'd say yes.
Yeah.
And then you could complain about programming till, the cows come home. But realistically, the workouts sorted people, like you said, into categories of, hey, here's your fitness. Now, what are you going to do about it?
Yeah.
And so I think that's what we're going to do the rest of the year.
Good.
So, any other thoughts on the Open?
I would do Friday Night Lights every week if I could get some of the energy that we
Oh
got
my God.
out of
Yeah.
it.
Oh, it's
The
electric.
fist bumps, the
Yep.
high fives, the text threads that were
Mhm.
going on. That kind of stuff to me is really what makes this time of year, especially the open season, special. And my hope is that we don't lose it
Mhm.
as it goes in through the rest of the game season.
We got to ride the momentum. But I think we do it right. I think people are excited. I think we really did see people kind of invest more in their fitness and say,
Yeah.
"Hey, I want to be more a part of this," and I think it's awesome.
Yeah.
So,
That's
all right.
it.
Well, thanks, guys. Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, share, comment. Tell us what you want to hear about going forward. This is kind of like an open forum, right? We want to talk about all things CrossFit, gym, affiliate, coaching, professional CrossFit, all that stuff. So let us know what you want to hear from us, and we'll see you the next time. Peace.
This is terrible.
I didn't mind it, if I'm being honest. Yeah. But I actually, weirdly enough, I don't drink black coffee. You know that. And I didn't mind it. It wasn't bad.
It's like wood chips right under the tongue. It is so.
That's so funny.
Just, ugh.